including this time, 7 times. 6 times as a Prime Minister, and 1 time as an opposition leader. And she enjoyed and she knows many things about Japan and Japanese relations, and she appreciated our hospitality during the stay in Tokyo. And I'd like to concentrate on the two leaders, result of the two leaders meeting, but before that, I just want to explain that other than the two leaders meeting, she attended the so-called investment summit, the summit meeting for the trade and investment for Bangladesh, organized by BSCC, BIDA, and together with our trade promotion agency called JETRO. And that was well attended. Over 500 people were there. And Honorable Prime Minister Hasina made a very impressive speech about inviting the Japanese business community to Bangladesh. And I just met the country representative of JETRO, and he got this impression that all the participants, he made an ankit, he made the research survey after the summit meeting, and all the participants said that they are satisfied with the summit meeting, and especially some of the colleagues has honest impression about the Honorable Prime Minister's presentation about inviting, how sincerely she wants to invite the Japanese investment to Bangladesh. That's the thing that I would like to say before I am getting into the two leaders meeting. And as far as the two leaders meetings results are concerned, that can be summarized by the joint press declaration made by two leaders after the bilateral meeting in the cabinet office. And I just want to highlight 3 important things, or 4. First and foremost, as you may have noticed, that our relation was elevated from comprehensive partnership to strategic partnership. And we exchanged a view about the general outlook of the Indo-Pacific regions. And the Prime Minister Kishida welcomed the fact that the Prime Minister Hasina and the government of Bangladesh announced shortly before her visit to Japan the so-called Indo-Pacific outlook organized or formulated by the government of Bangladesh, which has so many commonalities and similarities. Of course, there are differences with our initiative called Free and Open Indo-Pacific, but so many similarities are there, and therefore the Prime Minister Kishida welcomed the fact. Secondly, I'd like to explore more about the strategic partnership. And strategic, if you think about the strategic, we tend to think about just the political security issues. But strategic means that not only the political security operations, but also very, very comprehensive and very target-oriented relationship in various perspectives. I can summarize three pillars. One is the political security issues. The second is the economic issues, and people-to-people exchange is the third pillar. First of all, the security issues. As you may have noticed, after the meeting, the summit meeting, the two governments signed the memorandum of understanding about defense cooperation and exchanges between the two relevant ministries. And we have agreed to intensify our defense-related cooperations. I don't want to get into the detail, but this is one of the important pillars because, as I mentioned, we have shared in broad context the notion about free and open in the Pacific. Secondly, with regard to the economic issues, both sides emphasize the importance of the accelerating the negotiations or towards negotiations on economic partnership agreement between Bangladesh and Japan. Because as you may know that, thanks to the positive economic development of this country, Bangladesh is supposed to graduate from the status of LDC in 2026. Right now, in 2023. We still have 3 years, but we have just 3 years, and we should have the mutually beneficial, equally stamped partnership in the economic context, in the context of economy, and we have just begun the joint study towards the possible Japan-Bangladesh economic partnership agreement in April this year. And the two leaders have agreed to expedite our exercise towards the early conclusion before 2026. That's the most important thing about the economic issues. And in addition to that, Prime Minister Kishida announced or made a policy speech in March in India about the new Free and Open Pacific plan. And within that plan, there's a concrete idea called Industrial Value Chain Initiative for connectivity of the Bay of Bengal regions as a whole. And together with Bangladesh and together with India, we would further try to develop our idea to enhance the connectivity in the region as a whole. That's one other aspect of our outcome of the economic issues. And thirdly, last but not least, we have several initiatives on people-to-people exchange. And, well, in a sense, it's a very small but very concrete initiatives, and I don't want to explain one by one, but I just want to highlight that March this year, between the Japanese city called Naruto and the city of Narayanganji, there was an agreement on the partnership cities between two cities. And this is the first time ever the city-to-city agreement between Bangladesh and any foreign country. And both leaders are pleased that we had a very sound basis for further development of the people-to-people exchange between the one city in Japan and the city of Narayanganji. And this is the first step, an example of the first step to enhance the people-to-people exchange after the COVID-19 situation. And we do hope